So, during this last leg of your journey to Tectaros, you've had a few moments of creativity and camaraderie with Sayun gifting Angus a magical jade bead, and Dejar successfully transmuting volatile shadow essence into pure light. After learning it was Lover's Feast, Angus set out and discovered a hidden waterfall at camp, behind which he hid to craft a gift for Sao Yun. Angus also, in the process, found a massive ancient Sorask mural depicting sacrifice, with Zerth deciphering its draconic script. You all soon realised it was a door that required a significant blood offering. But instead, Dejar unleashed a powerful, potent lifesteal spell, grinding the mural open to reveal a dark passage. You ventured inside, but the adventure was cut short by an ambush of Arnkegs, bursting from the walls, leading to a fierce battle in a tight corridor. After the fight, you explored the chamber further, finding it was an ancient ritual site of the Katoka, a long-lost Sorask blood cult. Through a combination of investigation, brute force from Angus and Liska, and intricate magic involving bloodstones and enchanted blood, you managed to solve the arcane puzzle and open the final great door. The way opened into the main chamber beyond, which was apparently turned into some lair of an Arnkeg broodmother. It was a horrifying cavern, teeming with hundreds of Arnkeg eggs and workers. The massive broodmother soon emerged, and a desperate battle for survival began. The queen burrowed and sprung forth behind Sayun in the previous chamber and targeted Vellum, grappling him, dragging him into a burrowed tunnel. Liska gave chase, while the rest of you fought off swarms of Arnkegs, spectral dwarves, and fireballs scorching and cutting down swords of chitinous creatures. Angus, in the moment. Also, Avon, I think your mic's open. It's picking up. It's picking me up. Angus, in a moment of panic, attempted to call upon Alsham, Vellum's god, for a divine intervention. A plea that ultimately went unanswered. The fight reached its grim climax when the broodmother crashed the life from Vellum. Angus dealt the final killing blow with a column of divine flame, searing the broodmother dead. And in a furious rampage, Liska dove into the tunnels after the corpse to tear the broodmother's remains apart. As Sayun recovered Vellum's body, Angus poured his grief and power into a revivification ritual, which succeeded, bringing Vellum back from the dead, yet he strangely remains unconscious. As the session ended, Liska's roars of pure untamed fury echoed from deep within the nest. Following the tunnel back into the main chamber, she began to rip, tear, and smash everything and anything. So let me find my notes as I bring you back into the game here. Okay. So, Liska.
Mhm.
You don't speak. You cannot. The fire in your blood drowns your thoughts. It's not a battle rage. This is older. This is deeper. This is a fury your people fear. The mountain folk teach discipline above all else. Every emotion buried, every outburst shamed. To lose control is to, at least to those clan-born mountain folk, this is something that dishonors your clan. But this is beyond control. This is grief set ablaze. You can feel bear spirit rising within you, not summoned, not chosen. It answers your emotions. A great shape behind your ribs made of claws and sorrow. A fury that matches your own. Not a war spirit, not a call to glory, so to speak, but a mother bear whose cub lies dead in the snow. Velem's fall replays behind your eyes, the way the queen dragged him under, the acid, screaming. But the memory doesn't stop there. No longer in the hive, you're back in the dead wastes of Ragnarok. Long before this, Steel Legion plates on your shoulders. Krista beside you, your twin, your blood. Sky splits, lightning crashes, a young blue dragon descends like storm given flesh. Your squad dies screaming. Your charges. And you charge. You roar, but ultimately fail. Frista falls, burned, smoking, wide-eyed and gone. And now Velem falls too. Acid for lightning, stone for ash. You reached him too late, in both memories. Every strike shatters something soft, every roar echoing off the walls. It's not thinking. Something breaks inside. The glaive snaps through carapace and soft flesh. You tear through all of it with bare hands when you must. The earth itself seems to recoil from your fury. You are the storm now. You are the mountain unmade, and still it's not enough.
Yeah, I think Liska is... I mean, I almost don't think I have the control over Liska right now. I feel like she's, as of this point in time, kind of NPC adjacent.
I think that ultimately would be up to you. You can mechanically still control Liska. This is just like,
I mean, yeah,
flavor.
It's just no, I understand. It's just like right now, it's it's just one of those weird, like, haunting echo of rage, fury, anguish, grief, just in... It's like one of those sounds, if you came across it while you were in the middle of a dark forest or like exploring a cave, you'd be like, nope, I'm gonna go the other direction.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. And I will say, I want to check something real quick because this actually might be relatively important. Would Zerth like get an inkling of what this might be?
Zerth can make a history check.
Okay. Because he is a bard, and he does know about the history of his people. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Using luck. Okay.
Yep. I mean, that's 6. It could... Nope, I'll still take the 8.
Okay. Whatever this is clearly something ancient and primal that has been awakened within Liska. You're not exactly sure what it is, only that potentially it could be something that can be stopped, but it might be very dangerous doing so.
Yeah, even though Zerth didn't grow up in Torment, he knows to steer clear of angry mountain folk whenever you do happen to come across one. So he's going to kind of be with the party kind of glancing at the open doorway where Liska's screams of like haunting screams are coming from. It's like, perhaps we should go.
Dejar, as you're hidden there in the corner there, I'd say Liska, you'd be able to see Dejar. She didn't hide very well, if I recall so.
Yeah.
He didn't, and he is heavily wounded, so it's kind of hard to do that.
What's Dejar's thoughts when seeing this? How does she react? Also, Liska, go ahead and give me an athletics check. As you were, if I recall, you were smashing up...
Everything?
Yeah.
He kind of understands this to a degree.
She smashes away
Like
a pile of bones.
Something, a memory of Dejar is
Oh.
slowly resurfacing. Feeling anger from loss and seeing fire. Like, let me try doing this for myself. If I can. Oh yeah, no. Yeah. Her memories of losing majority of her family.
Indeed.
He understands that rage.
And I'll say with a 20, you've certainly heard about this before, though you've never seen it before in your life. Rumour has it that many, many millennia ago, back when the ancient ancestors of mountain folk first came to this world, they were racked with a painful, awful transformation that turned them into the forms they are now. And the reason that they're called mountain folk is because of the screams that were heard for several months during their transformation, that were heard across the mountains, which struck fear into many other members of demonkind. This transformation unlocked within them a deep, powering fury that many are taught to control. This is the mountain's fury.
Okay.
As you watch Liska approach a cluster of roots buried within the ground, go and make me another athletics check. As the enchanted blood seems to be blocked here as well. You crush aside the roots. As the entire trail begins to course downwards into the chute. Is it invisible for anyone else?
I can
see it.
see it.
Oh, stream view.
Just everyone else isn't in the actual room for it.
Yeah, hang on.
I'm holding a body.
Hang on. I'm just going to briefly pause.
The other hand.
Okay. So, as you see Liska in your blind red haze, just a vague outline of this sinewy, snaking coil of red enchanted blood that seems to be filtering down towards the center of the room.
Oh yeah, I think she's gonna like continue on, like the proverbial bull, following the red. And it's funny that it stops here because I told you I was going to try to break that pillar, Janner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead and make me another athletics check.
All right. Let's see how this works. I've rolled like single digits the last 4 or 5 rolls.
With a 19,
getting up there.
you effectively, in your fury, You're just tearing the stone with your fists, with your hands, grasping the... no, it isn't, Atlas. It has stopped here, where the rubble is currently blocking it, but Liska's tearing away at the rubble with hands. It filters down into the centre of the room, trailing along this engraved sigil into the ground, this massive mural of a coiled saurian-like entity, and filters down towards what looks like this plinth, this raised dais of stone that kind of rises about 5 feet, and upon it you can see this dull sort of greenish grey cluster of crystals.
Next target.
And you can you can see that there is this thrumming, almost heartbeat-like pulse running through the crystals themselves, as the enchanted blood seems to trickle around all the various gaps and sigils engraved into the dais, trickling up, defying gravity until they're starting to seep into the base of the crystal formation.
Okay. Just gonna keep thinking. I mean, do the crystals light up or anything?
You can see they're starting to light up from the ground. It's like the enchanted energy is bleeding into the crystals themselves, and you can hear and feel that pulse growing faster and faster. It's like veins filling with blood through the crystals themselves.
More heartbeats. Yeah, I mean, it might fuck us on further in if there's more to this than that. But yeah, Liska's gonna try to smash herself some crystals.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Right.
The 25. How are you attempting this? Just with your hands, with the spear, the pike?
I think probably her, because she's been going around just like smashing things like with the weapon. I don't know, I feel like at some point in time she might have dropped the spear and is like doing barehanded, so she's just like trying to squat and lift this shit.
All right.
Just like tear it from the ground.
You try to lift underneath the crystals, trying to tear it from this dais. You can see all around the base of the crystal formation are various runes that are glowing this bright blood red, almost anchoring the crystals to the ground as you try to lift and pull something within this dais. Some magical force has them rooted to it that you cannot quite lift it from. And as the crystals are glowing hotter and hotter to the touch, like warm flesh almost, you feel this pulsing wave of energy as the magic completely suffuses the crystals. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, Liska. As this wave of necrotic energy rushes outwards. With a 16, you succeed. You only take 6 points of necrotic damage. As at last, the entire formation of crystals comes free with a crash and a snap in your hands.
She's gonna like spin and shot put that shit into the wall.
All right. Which wall? Just any wall. Just.
Oh.
Do you want to throw it
hold
just
on,
anywhere or?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Southwest.
Sure.
This wall.
You all hear this almighty crash, like glass shattering from the chamber beyond.
That's worse for me. I keep being here. Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
Let me go ahead and make that lootable for you. As various glowing blood-red crystals scatter across the ground. Fractured, shattered.
I feel like we need someone to go check on Liska, like just watch over her.
Since the guy just step back for a second, deeper into the shadows, he's going to, at this moment, do a Cindy. Let's see. We're gonna do a. Or. See which one? Okay, she's doing some sending to Sal. Ironically enough. You get a ping, Sal.
Mm-hmm.
This is destroying the fuck out of whatever's happening in this temple. The shit. He took the crystals and, well, leans over. Yeah, shattered them to shit against the wall. I'm watching her. We'll update soon.
I forget. Sending is the one where you can reply, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, we'll be there soon. I may be slow. Vellum is heavy.
Okay.
Alright, so... Yeah, Sal's basically gonna look around to the others, which is primarily Cirth and Angus. These guys going ballistic. We need to calm her down before she looks around. Everything just tumbles.
I barely caught any of that.
There, Ori.
Oh yeah.
Is my mic that low?
Oh no, it was just Atlas there.
Hmm.
All right. So both headed in to check on Liska.
I mean, yeah. What
All
else?
right.
What else are we gonna try and do, for the most part? Sao is carrying Vellum, so
You enter and see the entire aqueduct, as it were, is entirely lit up with this enchanted, bright red fluid. The scent of iron hangs heavy in the air. You can see Liska is going ballistic. She is tearing away at columns, trying to wrench the stone from weight-bearing pillars. You can see rubble is just tossed across the ground, and that haunting, anguished roar echoes through the chamber. You can see over to one side a smashed scattering of bright red glowing crystals.
I'm a
have an
bit
idea.
worried for what this chamber even does.
Yeah.
Maybe it being destroyed isn't such a bad thing.
I mean,
Depends if there's
probably
like
good.
a backblast.
He's going to actively turn to Dejar. Is Dejar here?
He's right. He's right in the corner. You probably can
Perfect.
see her.
He's gonna pointedly look around, like, what is this place? You know more about this kind of magic.
He comes around the corner. Seems deeply rooted in blood magic. That's for sure. He
So is it a good thing she's destroying it, or do we need it intact for something?
I think it's good that he's destroying it, considering my perusing of the. He looks over there to the pathway this way, and over to the right. Yeah, her right. There was a laboratory of what seems to be creatures just Frankenstein.
I
Similar
don't
to-
know.
Dejar, go ahead and
You know,
give me an Arcana check while you're doing this as well.
all right. You know,
Come on then, spit it out, lass.
you remember Bloodhorn, right?
Yes.
I think the Sarask we bumped into had some knowledge of whatever was going on here, basically making bloodhorns or adjacent of them. If they found any more laboratories like this, it's best to get rid of them. Pillaged, burned, destroyed. Better not leave it here at all.
And what would happen if we activated it?
He looks down. Right now, let me look at it even further.
Not to press you, but he glances over to the Screaminglies. We probably need to find that decision quick. Short, sweet, simple words, lass.
Alright, pretty much.
I don't
this is
understand much else.
This is basically a facility to mutate and transform living flesh. Think of it like a workshop, but for flesh and blood. And those crystals most likely might be a resource to do that. So might as well take them. That's as blunt as and quick as I can tell you.
Would it be
Nothing.
useful to keep this place active if we need to make some terrible beastie of our own to fight the next Bloodhorn?
Yes.
No. No. Absolutely not. We don't know.
He looks to Salyu. Did you say yes?
No. And she's giving him a look like, don't you dare.
So what's
Let's
no-
not take any irreversible decisions right now, Dejar.
what's
Yeah.
what's Zerth doing right now with his major image?
He would have reached over and grabbed and pulled Angus closer since he didn't pay attention. But to be fair, it
Oh,
was in chat.
I didn't. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I'm up to
And
sure my oven
in
is
order
much
to
better.
prevent Liska from coming over their way, he's going to major image just a huge fall away hole in the ground, and they're not there. So the major image is they have all been replaced with a giant hole in the ground. So Liska will, even in her not thinking rage, probably not walk over a cliff.
Yeah. There's a difference
Makes
between
sense.
destruction and self-destruction.
Yeah.
Self-preservation.
Though to be fair, she has walked over the cliffs before, but generally that was to Save people, not kill people.
Yeah, that was the save villain.
God.
And
This
she made a
guy's starting to
conscious
become a
decision.
habit.
Oh boy.
All right.
Anyway, it's best that the Saras don't find this. Irreversible will let them, probably try and recreate this and let them have it. I'd rather it be burned, turned to rubble. In all honesty.
Yeah, but what about that gold masked guy at the big library? Doesn't
I
he
will.
want really important knowledges? Maybe we shouldn't destroy the last knowledge or set of work and tools to be able to do this. We might be
Oh
able
no.
to reverse engineer it to find solutions or make some kind of breakthrough.
That's why I'm telling you. Getting the crystals, she points over there, to the shattered remains of that, of the crystal, that some of it is embedded into the wall. We can get that and go to the secret room over there that has the laboratory, and probably try and grab its tools or tablets that they might have over there. Give it to him.
I'm a little
The rest.
concerned about destroying this as he kind of traces a finger through the grooves on the ground, like pointing, not actually touching.
Do you?
Lass, you can save the steam out of any pot, but if you break the engine, you don't know how the steam engine works.
Okay, I'm put this as simple as possible. The Sorask
Please.
are trying to basically take over Tektahos. That's been their long goal for a while. They are literally considered the enemy of Tektahos.
Thou
Okay.
raises a hand quite prominently just to catch everybody's attention. Alright, it's fine that we're discussing whether or not we should save or destroy this thing. Currently, I'd very much like my friend not to accidentally just cave us all in.
That's also a fair point, and that's why I'm kind of thinking
Okay.
maybe we shouldn't destroy this. Because,
We can deal
structural
with-
integrity of an underground cavern system. And I would like to say she's up to 2 pillars now. I don't want to know what happens to the roof when all of them are gone.
Alright,
Okay, fair enough.
I have an idea. Is it gonna work? I don't know. But, Sirth, how good is your Torment dialect?
He's, in my eyes, very good. Why?
Okay. I think in order to bring her back out of her head, we need to give her a reality check. So I would like for you to give her the order to stand down with a Torment dialect as an order.
Zerth is going to kind of frown, kind of look around. It's like, I mean, I could try, but does anybody know what her rank was?
Ooh,
I think her
I'm
title
pretty
might
sure
be
she was a. I'm pretty sure she was a captain. She led men. She earned the title of Blue Dragon.
Hmm.
Nope.
It was a devastating thing.
Janner,
Mm-hmm.
well, where did that rumble come from? Did that seem to come from the ceiling, the ground?
Make a perception check.
All right. Perception. Nope.
7.
Zerth does. The ground just shakes. He's just like, oh shit. And I think Zerth is also going to. with an 11. I don't know if you would know that off of, since you never went to torment. He's gonna like, okay, and getting a very commanding tone. Zerth is going to, I guess, simultaneously.
We could do because you're only rolled an 11, this would be a performance check with disadvantage versus her wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
The main
Perhaps
thing I
I
want to
could
use
help.
this, the main thing I want to use this for is knowing soldiers. It is ingrained in them to react to orders, even in emotionally volatile states. They will recognize an order.
Mm-hmm.
Will they follow it? That's a different thing.
Yep. I can see the thinking here. Very smart.
Well, Zerth was just going to cast suggestion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That works too.
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So Zerth is going to, like in a commanding tone, like muttering under his breath, weaving the. Actually, wait, no, he technically doesn't have to. There's no somatics thing, so he's just going to be muttering the quick words under his breath, and then cast suggestion saying, Captain Aluma, stand down. And he's going to cast suggestion.
Recognizing that
On your
Zerth
own
is
character.
casting a spell. Yeah.
Oh, wait, do I need to target myself for this
Recognizing
first?
Zerth is casting a spell, he's going to quote unquote throw his hammer at Liska as there's the spectral rune.
Oh, you're going to try and give a -2.
Rune of Woe.
Whoa.
Wow. Wow. Nice rune.
I have a question, Jenner.
Mm-hmm.
Does the rune count as a magic effect
It's a
in regards to?
it's a magic effect, but it's not a spell effect.
Okay.
Suggestion, however, is.
Suggestion is
So-
yes.
So just a normal save. I think
Alright.
that fails the rune of woe.
Yep. With a 13,
Okay.
you fail the Rune of Woe.
All right, and so targeting and suggestion.
Is suggestion needing any type of roll, or is it against save?
So I think
It's against
so-
the save.
Yeah. Which as Liska kind of tears away a couple of blocks from a nearby pillar, as that Rune of Woe begins to circle around her forehead, around her temples. As Zerth blurts this out, how does Liska react? As a tremor,
Well,
as
see,
a brief tremor shifts throughout the chamber.
that's kind of the weird thing. So suggestion is just specificity, or like it doesn't matter, like if you know the person's name or whatever. It's just something you take. But the fact that Liska was not a captain, and that like there is no rank of captain in the army, there might be some confusion. And like I don't know, I guess she will, I mean, she has to stand down even if it was like, let's see, suggestion must be born in such a manner to make the courses sound reasonable. Can Liska understand reason right now?
That's a good question. Is she able to comprehend the language? Not necessarily, oh, it's on my skill, but like, is she mentally able to process language when she's in one of these mountain folk rages?
That I did not take into account for. Fuck.
Or reason itself? Is she able to reason in an emotional rage?
I would say,
Does the suggestion say something about if it can't be charmed? Like, can Liska be charmed right now?
I forget if they changed it to be a charm, but I remember it specifically not being a charm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it says that creatures that can't be charmed are immune to the effect.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you can't cast suggestion on elves and shit.
Yeah.
Dang.
Wait, no, they can. They're not immune. They just have
What
resistance
else?
to charms.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd probably say she.
Magically influence a creature within range that can hear and understand you.
Mm-hmm. I'd say she's not completely feral right now. She's not bestial, but she is. I'd say a similar mind state to like a barbarian's rage, if it were.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was gonna say, what kind of barbarian? Because berserker barbarians are immune to charm.
Ah, right. Okay, yeah, that's true. I'll tell you what. We'll have her make a wisdom saving throw. If it's high enough, I'll say she would be able to understand it. If it's low, then this is like full berserker anger.
All right. Alrighty then.
This is gonna be
24. She would be able to understand this.
So yeah. So I guess she will. And again, the fact that it was captain, because she was a centurion, and captains aren't a rank in the Torment army. She's going to pause for a second.
That's the dwarf for you.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's 100%. Like, Angus was right. Like, she was the dwarven equivalent of a captain.
culture differences.
Yeah. It's like calling an ensign on a Navy ship a private. Yeah, she's going to stop for a second, kind of pause, and there's like a look of confusion on her face as she nope. And she's going to I guess to the letter of the word, she's going to stop, and the I want to double check because Zerf didn't say stand down, and he didn't put a time limit, so it just said stand down. So if she stands down, can she immediately does the suggestion immediately end because she did the action that was told?
I think it would immediately end, yeah. But having rolled a 24 on her wisdom saving throw,
Yeah.
There
She might just rein in the thing. That was to understand, that was to do that. So yeah, I think Liska will like kind of pause, like she was wailing on some Ankhed corpses over here. She's gonna pause, kind of stand there for a moment, breathing heavily, and then just kind of fall to her knees and just sit there, like head hanging, just motionless.
grief, deep and hurting, grief sets in as clarity slowly comes back to Liska. Now motionless on her knees, you do see also, Dejar, with your earlier perception check, something has changed about her. You can see poking through the face guard out from where her horns would normally emerge. two more jagged secondary pair of horns has also seemingly grown here. The rage has seemingly left its mark on her.
Eliska's gonna be sitting there, and she, there's a clatter as her glaive falls to the ground, and she's going to bring her hands up to her face and just start sobbing.
Gareth's gonna slowly go over toward her. Liska? Are you okay?
I couldn't save him. I couldn't save him. It just came out of nowhere. It was all this before we could do anything. And I couldn't save him.
Just puts a hand on her shoulder. He is breathing though. He's let it all out.
How many brothers do I have to see die? How many more people do I have to fail?
Not have an answer for that. Only thing I can say is that now he is sleeping. What I see. And after you've let it all out, I can probably help you talk to him if you're willing. He sleeps. I'll have to be late at night. When you're
There
ready.
is, there's a moment in the grief where, Dejar can see, Liska, I mean, even when she's on her knees, she's probably still taller than Dejar.
Mm-hmm.
But, Dejar can look up, and it's like when Liska's talking about failing and it came out of nowhere before we can do anything, her eyes seem distant, like she's remembering something else, like she's living something else. And she, there's a moment that Dejar can see where it kind of changes, where her eyes focus for a second, and she kind of seems to realize where she is. And she looks at Dejar, kind of somewhat confused and alarmed, and then she looks down at her hands covered in tears and her face, and she and she gets up, and it's like you can see the armor shift back into place as she kind of gets up and brushes herself off, and her face slowly shifts back into that stoic countenance that you've kind of associated with Liska, only slightly marred by the streak of tears that are still wet on her cheeks.
Also imagine blood, not just that of the Arnkegs, but also your own. Your own hands are covered in blood, your own blood, as you've just been tearing away at stonework, at chitin, at acidic eggs. Splashes of acid have also covered your skin as well. Liska looks like a mess.
Picar's gonna hand her a potion, a superior potion of healing. Here. Use this.
It is fine.
I
I do not need it. Give it to Sal or someone who is hurt more. Is what are, and she kind of looks over to the group, kind of staring at Vellum. Is Sal still carrying Vellum?
He is.
She's gonna kind of look over to see Vellum's body. There's once again a flicker of pain in her eyes. What are we going to do with the body?
Come here. No, you stay. Come on. And he's going to lift Vellum and walk over, carrying him and bring it right up to Liska. And is she still kneeling?
No, she's standing, but when Angus approaches, she will kneel back down to kind of be close to him.
And he's going to, with his currently 19 strength, carefully, as high as he can, heft Vellum up to his collarbone and still hold him tight. Lean down and listen. What do you hear?
She will do that very thing, and she's going to listen. There's a moment where she kind of takes in just the bloody countenance of Vellum, and then she's going to very softly kind of brush back the hair from his face, and then her eyes widen, and just very softly she whispers, "He's alive?"
And he's
Yes,
going to hold out the shattered rune of Revivify. He is.
Liska will hold out her hands as if can I hold him, kind of a thing.
Absolutely. There's no hesitation.
And
Both
she will,
Thao and Angus are likely just being like, go ahead.
and Liska will very, very gently lift up Vellum and just kind of cradle him and put her cheek against his head and just kind of hold him in. Just try to convey whatever warmth and joy she can that he's alive.
There were dozens of those things. Big as I am. I was stuck in the middle and couldn't get out. But you bought enough time. You did your role and let me get back to him. If it hadn't been for you, I wouldn't have had enough time to bring him back. Sometimes it's not about whether or not we finish the mission. It's that when we struggle, we're here to help each other. Through our friendship, not even death is permanent. I think that, of all things, is what's worth living for.
Liska, she she has her eyes closed as she's essentially cradling Willem like a child. And pretty much. And she's going to kind of nod and then open her eyes since all the shaking and the earthquakes keep happening. She's gonna glare at their surroundings like, how fucking dare you? And then, do we want... We are going to leave. We can do this.
I think we should go.
Yeah, we can do this
Jenner, what did
tomorrow.
my 18 stone cunning tell me about the condition of this cavern?
So, I'll just because I've already DM'd you. You can see a few stones.
Sorry, I didn't see that.
No worries. A few stones trickle down from the ceiling. Some cracks have formed in the pillars. Things are holding stable for now. Liska did quite a bit of damage there, and had she not been stopped then and there, it would have been like a lot more drastic.
Well,
While there is still some elements here to be explored, you can leave at your own leisure.
I'll save the masonry terminology for another time. But this place is pretty well fucked, but not so fucked that we have to sprint out. Whether this will remain tomorrow? That's to be seen.
We can
We should probably leave.
definitely get whatever things here later.
I think
Yeah.
a warm meal, a warm bath, a warm bed, and a cool pillow is rightly due for all of us.
Some more than others. Yara is definitely leaned on her staff quite heavily right now.
Yeah, Angus does not look too good. Little worse for wear. In fact, he's gonna kind of subtly take off his gauntlet and look at the hand where he cast that spell and he did the intervention that stole some of his life force.
Mm-hmm. You
It
can
kinda-
see what looks like this dark black welt down the side of your palm. Also, down the flat of your palm. That's probably going to leave a deep mark for many months to come.
I could probably see what the see that since I rolled a really high perception.
Are you sure of that? He's being
I rolled a
very
21.
sneaky.
How sneaky?
So,
yeah, nah. to see.
hang on,
With a
hang
negative
on.
1 sneaky.
Hang on. That earlier 21 was for trying to suss out where those rumbles were coming from. This is a
That's
new
What's
true.
his passive perception, though?
11.
11.
Great. This is an 8. I think you
Okay.
can see that
Okay.
he at least did something.
Yep. It's like That's
You can see, I would say you would definitely tell he just checked his hand. He's got kind of like a not very good expression on his face and some worry and a tinge of pain as he touches his palm, but he's quickly trying to shield it and puts the glove back on. Whether or not you see the dark welt or not, I'll leave that up to Janner. But that much I'll make absolutely.
I'm gonna do a pretty much a personal history for Dejar's memory.
Sure.
So
As you're
I'm
beginning to recount this in your head, you as you're making your way through the hallway here, you see a figure running towards you through the main entrance. You see him sort of hobbling on his tall staff. Tequani.
Oh yeah, the old guy.
You can see him sort of.
the wizard.
You can see him. Go quickly. It is the small one.
Fucking shit.
Liska's gonna growl, and still holding Vellum, she's gonna dash fly out.
All right.
She
Dejar,
has the whip boots.
And
Wait!
and
Wait! As he's.
on that note, I'm going to pause the recording here while I restart the server and get Vellum in finally.
Okay.
So, as you all retreat back to the camp in a full-fledged rush, Tequani kind of trying to lead the way, but sort of hobbling on his staff. Up in the tower. Quickly.
okay. Wait, is this the door? I can't see which one's the door. There it is.
Yeah, this is gonna. So Liska's going to fly. Just essentially straight out. And then she's going to fly to the top of the tower, and actually, where? No, she wouldn't fucking know where Theory is. So, yeah, she's just gonna be carrying Vellum as she goes and lands on the tower, and then realizes that she didn't fucking have. She doesn't have her shield or weapon because she dropped those in the
Oh.
cave.
Did not see.
It just jumps Vellum through the top door.
Yeah,
As
he's
you,
alive. Bam! Back to normal.
as you ascend up to where you normally keep Vladimir on the second floor of the tower, you see there, crouched over her, is Etheria. You can see Vladimir, sort of sweat on her brow, is stirring from one side to the other in her bed. I think it is happening again.
Okay.
What is happening again?
She's entering a dream state.
Do you think that might be related to this? And she holds up the, I guess, sleeping Vellum, the unconscious comatose Vellum.
Tequani immediately seems taken aback by this. What is wrong with him? What happened?
He died, and then he came back, and then he is unconscious.
I am afraid I do not know. It could be. I am not sure that this ever happens to someone who is not of Satyr blood.
But he is her father.
This is out
Oh,
of my... Right now, this is out of my realm of expertise. All that I do know is that Vatmia here appears to be in another dream state. One of you is going to have to attend it. One of you is going to have to accompany her. One or more.
I have the dream spell. I can probably have someone join Assyria if they so wish.
Well, whatever you are planning to do, now would be the best time to do it.
Fucking. He's thinking for a moment. Let's get Tindervellum. I'm going to help out with this.
Did we send Etheria as well?
I can help her with that. Yes, because I have the dream spell.
I need to go get my things. And Liska's going to kind of set Vellum down on bed and then go back up to the roof and fly back to grab her shield and weapon.
Right.
She'll be gone for a few minutes.
Barely.
Okay.
Uh,
Now Assyria.
Wait, I'm a little confused. How was the engagement? I knew Liska flew up.
I was saying that Dejara can use Dream to help out with this.
All right. All right.
are you wanting to be a part of this as well, Etheria?
Yeah. Yeah. Her main thing is to take care of Adamas in her dreams.
Alright,
So yes. Sorry, I'm just mentally a little.
gotcha.
It do be one of those days.
Now,
There's no rush, no pressure, just
Your brain ever just been desynchronized?
yeah.
Yeah, I
quite a
get
lot.
you.
Often.
so Dream normally targets one creature, but we did talk about reworking satyrs a bit, and for I think it was level at 9th level they get the dream spell as an innate spell casting thing they can do.
Right.
So would you be wanting to use the dream spell? You're one casting of it per day.
Yeah.
Oh, this two Etheria.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
All right. So, how does this look? How are you setting up this casting? Because it takes a minute to cast. You can flavor it how you feel is best here.
Which one of us?
Well, I mean, you're both effectively targeting yourselves with the dream spell because it's only a single creature target. And you both effectively have the dream spell here.
Right. I was just confused who you're asking to describe.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're both effectively doing this, this would be a cooperative thing. If you want to describe doing this together or individually, it's up to you.
What do you want to do, Chief?
She would have her own way
All right.
that she
Let's
would
do it
definitely
separately.
do.
All right.
Attendance.
So, Dejar, how are you doing? How are you casting your dream spell?
He
Yes,
would
so
basically go take a meditative stance like he normally does for meditations, and in this case with Dream, he would. I can bring this up real quick. The spell, so I can read it. Let's see here. he would take a handful of sand while it's like almost suspended in the air as he does it, and it makes like almost a refractive see-through mirror, one-way mirror.
Okay.
And he is looking through it towards Vadmia as her eyes slowly get heavy, and once it does, they reopen to pretty much white. Pretty much going into a trance while doing so.
Okay. How does Etheria cast her dream spell?
I'm not sure since it's an innate sort of thing. How would...
Yep. Don't require any
How would you do
material
that?
components for this.
Let's see. No material components, nothing really necessary. It's gonna be like her trance, I suppose. I'm sorry, I really don't know how to describe something that is
That's
someone
fine.
falling asleep and dreaming.
It's alright.
I didn't know there was extra to it.
You don't have to. So you enter your meditative trance here, Etheria. A thing all near legendary satyrs are capable of, but very few are actually capable of communing with the dream this directly. There's only a scant few satyrs which have been able to do this, you included. But the hush of reverence fades, replaced by this quiet murmur of water. The rustle of leaves, soft rhythm of distant chimes. No instruments, just the dream breathing alongside you. Alongside the both of you. You feel yourselves slipping. Not drifting, but sort of gliding sideways, as if a memory beneath your feet has begun to ripple. The jungle around you, the concrete walls of the tower dissolve, like morning mist lifting from the roots. One by one, the trees of the jungle transform into these violet trees of the ebonwood, melting into the amber hues of dusk. Dream shifts, aged, experienced from your last memory. And you cast your mind back to that previous memory you experienced, where you were guests in a sacred rite. Now you are ghosts in a child's mind. The first thing you hear is gentle laughter, low. And you turn. Two satyrs move through the dusk-rooted grove, soft-footed and familiar. They carry foraging baskets woven from cattails and reeds. Their movements effortless in the underbrush. The taller, Elion Shiraya, wears a vest of moss leather, braided silver rings on her horns, and an expression of quiet amusement. His deep grey mane is tied back, his tail flicking absent-mindedly as he snips a patch of cloudberry moss with a curved bronze blade. Beside him, Nysera Shiraya hums while plucking starberries. Her rose-tinted fur catches the last beams of dusk light, and a crescent birthmark beneath her eye glows faintly. Her voice is warm, melodic, like water over smooth stones. She's dancing again, Elion says. She never stopped. She's talking to the vines now. Told one to fetch her a berry and it obeyed. It listens because the tree does. The dream's whisper is thick around her. She's going to cause you so many grey hairs. That is assuming I live long enough to have any left. They both kind of laugh softly, and Nysera glances behind them. Vadmir? She was just... She turns... Elion turns. His basket lowers. Laughter fades. Vadmir? Little Leaf? There's no panic yet, just that sudden parental awareness of too much silence. They both glance at each other, then again to the grove. She's wandered ahead. I'll follow the stream. No, I think I saw her slip behind the root line, towards the old hollow. They break into swift motion, swift and quiet, disappearing into memory. And now, you're alone. You stand not in the village grove, but in a wild part of the Everwood, untamed and half-lit. Towering trees close in around you, their trunks black violet with age. Their roots arch and tangle like ribs through the underbrush. Vines hang like threads of shadow. Tiny glowing moths blink beneath those shadows. The place is alive, but it does not belong to children. And yet, illuminated by through the broken canopy leaves, a single bow of sunlight, single shaft of sunlight rather. As you, Vellum, manifests as this shaft of sunlight. You see a very young Vadmir, no more than 4, wanders sleepily between the twisted roots of an old hillock deep in the forgotten hollow. Her violet fur is dusted with pollen. In her hands 2 vines animate themselves into twirling puppets. She hums softly to herself, unaware that she's alone. This is not the grove. This is far, far beyond it. This is one of her first memories. But it isn't whole. She remembers the vines, the hum of dusk, those last few vestiges of very soft sunlight from the sunset as it comes through the flittering leaves. The way the trees leaned in, or how the shadows felt heavier here. The dream remembers what she cannot. Above her, those faint motes of sunlight, accompanied by small spirit sprites, small white moths. A lone, pale crow watches from the branches, silent and unmoving. And further above that, you, Etheria, manifest as a silver owl. Nearby, a small golden snake, weaves its way between the branches, looking down upon this scene. As you observe from above, Dajar. There's no elder here, no guardian, no voice. Only the quiet of a sacred forest and something beneath it, waiting. The dream stirs uneasily like a pull before something surfaces. The light shifts towards green, and the shadows lengthen. A breeze rustles. Not the warm breath of dusk, but something colder, sharper, unnatural. The second memory is waking up. And it's no longer just a memory. The roots beneath your feet uncurl upwards like the hands of sleeping giants, forming these narrow passageways between ferns and fungal blooms. Vardmir, barely more than a toddler, continues her slow wandering, her puppets still dancing above her outstretched hands, those vines in her hands sort of weaving around each other, one mimicking this leaping fox, the other a lumbering bear. And she hums a tune with no words, as her hooves pad softly across the moss and lichen. There's almost something heartbreakingly innocent here. No fear, no reason for fear, because no one has ever taught her fear. The moth flit lazily through the air, the pale crow above adjusts its perch with a flutter. Then suddenly the air grows still. The breeze stops, the ferns hush. Even Vardmir stops humming, mid-note, her head tilting as if hearing something the dream does not yet let you hear. A rustle and a snap. A distant branch low to the ground. Vardmir giggles softly, thinking perhaps her mother is playing a game. She steps between two wide roots and vanishes from view. Her little giggle echoing like a chime in the dusk.
Huh. Okay, so question. Couple questions actually. I am light.
You are light.
Yes.
You are manifesting here as this small, very faint shaft of light from between the boughs of the
canopy, yeah.
Yeah, the sort of sun-dappled canopy.
Okay, and she's vanished from view. Is this because there is a darker region of this forest that she has wandered into, or just because there is an excessive foliage blocking supposed view of what's going on?
Mostly excessive foliage that she's disappeared into. Etheria and Jar, you can feel free to jump in as you like.
How far away did she disappear from?
You observed a good 50 to 60 feet away. She just disappeared into the underbrush.
I'm gonna try and keep up with her.
All right, you slither your belly across the ground through the moss and lichen into the underbrush. What's Etheria and Vellum doing?
Have we seen what has made the spooky crunching stick on the ground sound?
Make a perception check.
All right. Gotta get Etheria sheet open.
Yeah, you guys have a lot more mobility than I do in this scene because I am sort of...
What are you talking about? You're literally everywhere the light touches.
Yeah, you
Well,
are.
I am a beam of light from a specific direction. I don't know if I have the
You are
No,
literally
free
the
reign
fastest
to
moving
move
thing
around.
in the scene.
Yeah.
I can move very
Faster than
quickly in
thought.
one direction. If I'm able to follow her, then I will. But that's,
Sure.
my understanding of
can-
it was that I was a specific point in
You can,
space.
you can try to follow her, yeah. You watch the Etheria and Dejar. You see in this sort of ever-shifting momentum of the dream, this shaft of light sort of fade from one point of the canopy and seems to reappear where the boughs of the one of these ebonwood trees sort of parts, giving way to another shaft of light further ahead.
What does Etheria 16 tell us about the spookums?
With a 16, you don't hear it more than see it. A brief glimpse as the wind shifts through the foliage ahead of you. What look like green scales.
Hmm.
Do you guys want to act first, or
Green scales. Is it big?
With a 16, you're not quite able to tell. You just saw that sort of shift of green scales. Not the sort of soft, verdant emerald scales that you're familiar with. Green. Deep green.
Green. Not emerald green, but like, that's not
Okay.
good, fellas.
While I'm trying to follow, I'm gonna try and sense the danger, if I may.
Sure.
Do a perception.
Yep, you can go and make a perception check. The 14. I'd probably say you would briefly see the same thing as the dense underbrush that sort of shifted aside in this fraction of a moment. You see the glint of green scales as well.
I'm keeping to the underbrush.
so? What I will be doing, since Vellum has zero fucking clue what's going on, he's kind of like, in terms of consciousness, he's in a fugue state,
Mm-hmm.
and so his actions are actions, quote unquote,
It's all-
as this beam of light are all very
To
instinctive.
Vellum, this does just seem like a genuine dream to him.
Yeah. Yes, it's a very odd dream. Like everything's all floaty. So his instincts are just very clear cut. So his motions are that of lighting her way. The sun will sort of make any uncertain paths more clear, and anything ahead of her in her wanderings less treacherous by merit of illumination.
Okay. I will say, go ahead and how would you like to play with this? What skill do you think would be best suited for this?
Oh fuck.
Use that elegant courtier bullshit. Maybe a little bit.
Like,
Of
I'm
persuasion.
persuading. I don't think I can persuade the world to shift.
No, but you can frame the world in a way that it naturally persuades her to follow the path, whatever path you choose to
That does
illuminate.
make
She
more
can
sense.
see.
Yeah, sorry, I'm
Naturally, we
wrapping
go
my
where we
head.
can see.
I'm still wrapping my head around this metaphysical nonsense.
Oh yeah, no, it's wild, bro.
It's pretty wild. You gotta really think outside the box with these kind of things.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's why when it suddenly happens, I'm like, oh, I don't know how to do that, Jenner.
Yeah, you know what?
It's up to
That's actually a good idea. It's kind of
imagination.
it's kind of along the lines of what I was thinking. I just couldn't tie it to a skill until then. But yeah, like the goal is to lead her along safer paths or make her more aware of what's in the
Sure.
path in front of her. So like guiding her and persuading her to follow the safer spaces.
Okay. I'll say, yeah, go ahead and make me a persuasion check.
22.
22. You begin to follow her wake. Occasionally, the canopy shifts and another soft beam of light illuminates her way in front of her. Again, just ahead, another spot opens up in the trees. Another beam of light. The silver owl following suit, as well as the small golden snake following her through the underbrush, remaining unseen. You watch as she almost looks like she's about to take a tumble off of a nearby embankment into a deep verdant crevice of roots below. But with the light shining in front of her, she manages to steer out of the way, keeping aware her footing, as it looks like she was just about to trip over a long hooked root, sending her tumbling into the abyss. But she sees clear. And with a 16 Etheria keeping track of this glint of greenish scales, you can see just in the periphery, it looks like it's almost following her, leading her. Until
It's leading her.
you can occasionally hear the sort of crack of twigs being snapped, the brushes of leaves. Occasionally you might see the dart of amber eyes and a flick beneath the leaves. And eventually, with that shaft of light, entering into this small huddled grove at the very foot of a tree. You see it in its entirety now. Coiled low beneath the arch of a vine-draped stump, half shrouded in leafy shadow, is this slender green-scaled drake. No longer than a jungle deer, but its presence is wrong. It moves with intelligence, not instinct. Its head lifts, slowly flicking its tongue in the air. Its eyes glow faintly, slitted, serpentine, and very curious. I'd like one of you to go ahead and make me an insight check.
Oh, may I? I'm quite
Oh,
good.
definitely.
Oh no, a 10. Damn you, Fugue State.
Nope, can't do shit.
Well, can I it happened quickly.
Mm-hmm.
As it sort of steps out, I'm thinking of a way to help, because I was originally gonna like try and help Vellum do his thing, because
Sure.
this is what he's good at.
Okay.
Yeah, the issue is, do you know I even exist? I'm technically just like, there's no way of knowing I'm actually here. All you see is some interesting odd light floating about, which could be anything.
That's a good question. She was dreaming, and Etheria laid down to dream with her. But are we aware of Vellum and Vellum not being conscious, or?
I'll say this will be a perception check, not based on sight, but intuition, feeling the world around you.
Okay.
That would also probably be an insight.
Yeah, it seems more
Yeah,
insight.
Sure, I'll say insight or
I mean,
perception.
I'll
It's your
take
choice.
perception. It's the difference between 18 and 13. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
Perception's in my favor. I just wanted to be transparent on
I'll-
what probably.
I'll give you a choice between perception or insight.
What if? How about this? Regardless of that, I would like to take a certain action that I think would benefit him,
Sure.
because it's what she would be doing at this point.
What would you like to try?
Swoop near it, and as a barn owl, do that screech that they do. Not the little whoo, but that kind of thing that's very
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Okay.
That is deliberately. It sounds like a person screaming when they do it.
This I'd
And
say,
see how it reacts, and to get Varima's attention to that direction.
okay. I'll say this will be
And I
in
think that might elicit a response from the creature that hopefully will give Vellum a better chance to judge its reaction
Gotcha.
to what's going on.
So
Does it freak out, or is it worried its cover's blown and now wants to go for her, like an ambush predator?
So what I'll say is, go ahead and roll me an intimidation check. Depending on the
Not
outcome
good
of
at those.
depending on the outcome of this, I'll give Vellum advantage on this.
Nat 20.
Hey,
Go ahead.
There we go.
Go ahead and roll again, Vellum.
hooray! Nat 20.
Double nat 20.
It worked.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
it.
We don't even know we're there.
You watch as the creature seems to recoil from the presence of the owl, and seems to briefly dart behind the tree stump in fear, abject terror. With your insight check, this creature definitely has an intelligence to it, a devious intelligence. It's not curious like a forest spirit. Curious like a spy.
Okay.
Vladimir seems to giggle as the creature darts behind the tree stump. She's clearly innocent, unafraid after this cowardly display, but she doesn't quite understand that this is cowardice, or that she should even fear this creature.
How
She
far
just-
away is it from Vadmir at the moment?
About 30 feet.
Ooh, that's pretty close. Hmm.
There's,
So
oh.
Sorry, go on. Go on.
there's
Never planned, but it's not quite coming into play yet.
There's a moment here as time passes. After the owl sort of retreats back to its perch, after just putting the fear of God into this thing. And from behind the stump, there is this almost fearful but prying question. They fear you, don't they? Vladimir tilts her head again, innocent and unafraid. You should fear them too. The dream slows, the air grows thick like honey. And you feel it, this moment is bending, tilting towards something dark. The Drake is not a memory. It's a whisper from something else. And I'll say, with your insight check, Vellum, clearly this is a whisper from the nightmare itself. Vladimir is just a few steps away from it, her eyes wide, her voice small, and it's only now that fear is beginning to creep into her mind for the first time. The dream is giving you a choice. How do you intervene here without shattering the memory?
I have a plan. I have a plan, if I may.
Go ahead.
So, this is going to be a little esoteric, Janer, but bear with me. My goal here is to become such a blinding presence to specifically this creature, this manifestation of nightmarish doubt. Just really fucking dazzle the shit out of it, ward it away, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But to do that, like I'm a normal bit of sunlight right now, but I myself am like innately attuned to the light of Alsham.
Mm-hmm.
I have the heraldry back on my body that's sort of intrinsically tied to me. I'm attuned to the Sunblade, which is also very reminiscent of that. So, sort of channeling that divine presence into my spiritual self. Could that give me enough of? I'd like to give that. I would like to try for that to give me enough of a boost to just really blind the shit out of this thing. Just
Okay,
ward it away. Get it out of here.
gotcha.
Get it gone.
I'll say this will be another intimidation check.
Might have, Daddy.
I'll because of the earlier fear that Vladimir, Etheria instilled into this thing, I'll give you advantage on this.
Hell yeah. Alrighty, intimidation. 25.
25.
Thank you for the advantage, Etheria.
Yes.
As the Drake begins to slither closer, its voice curling around Vadmir's young mind. There is a blinding beam of sunlight as the canopy peels apart as something massive pierces through the branches. Vadmir blinks and turns, her attention pulled back towards her stick puppet. She plops down in a patch of moss, starts humming again, the moment forgotten. Drake is blinded by this searing sunlight, tries to move, but the sunlight itself almost seems to feed the plants around it, as vines begin to coil up its legs.
Can I try and use what is it? Dispel magic to actually banish it?
Oh.
I'm attuned to my my Laystone Siphoner.
You not sure if that would quite work in this scenario, but what I can let you do, I'll let you make just a spell casting check to try and influence this dream a bit more, specifically surrounding the Drake.
Okie doke. Go.
It's currently, I was about to say, it's currently being stun-locked by sunlight. Does that give her any benefit?
I'll go ahead and let you roll again. Give you advantage on it.
Yeah, teamwork.
The Drake itself is trying to move, but the sunlight-fed roots...
Politics?
The sunlight-fed roots are hold it in place. You can see veins of divine light rolling through the veins of the bark. Just long enough for the dream to shift. Unfortunately, as you attempt to stretch out your mind, your willpower, Dejar, trying to influence this creature with your magic from the outside, unfortunately, it is not quite enough. There is something fighting back.
I have a bit of an out-of-character question because I don't know any better.
Mm-hmm.
Does a spellcasting check have any other modifiers besides the raw characteristic?
No. It's a D20 plus the modifier of the ability you use for spellcasting.
Yeah. You learn things.
Unless there is anything special or specific you have that specifically outlines that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, carry on then.
Since the Laystone thing does give me +3 on the material plane, I don't think this counts.
Yeah, I think this is a weird manifestation of consciousness on another plane.
As you all kind of watch this moment happen, the Drake seemingly kind of struggling against the vines, fed by the divine light of Al-Sham. You feel the pulse of something ancient, and it's approaching. The breeze turns sharp. Where the air once shimmered with golden dust and the perfume of moss and pollen, Now it bites with the scent of crushed pine and ozone. As you almost seem to will the trees to still themselves. Well, the moths vanish. Even the pale crow gives one last blink and flies away. Vardmir freezes. Not in fear, but confusion. Her little vine puppets wilt in her grasp, drooping like leaves caught in the first frost, and she looks up. And a shadow curls overhead as the canopy parts. A shape breaks through, massive, serpentine, luminous. It coils through like the twilight, like living jade, not green like leaves, but green like gemstones lit from within. Wings, translucent veils of hanging ivy, its tail a vine, trailing starlight, and its eyes two slow burning lanterns of dew dappled gold fix upon the child as the warden has come. She spirals downwards in silence, trailing leaves and drifting petals until she lands. Lightly, impossibly so, for her vast limbs barely disturbing the undergrowth. Her arrival does not shake the grove, it stills it. The green drake snarls, tries to flee, but the warden's claws strike like lightning, pinning it, not crushing it, as she lowers her head towards the child. Not fast, not threatening, but the size of her, the sheer scale of her, makes Vardmir stumble backwards, clutching her vine puppets like a shield. She's not screaming, not yet. She's trembling, her breath is caught. She doesn't understand if she's about to be devoured or protected. Then the dream around her begins to fracture. The vines twist uncertainly. The bark loses detail, the moths flicker like candlelight in the wind. And if no one steadies this memory, it will break. This moment is going to define how Vardmir remembers the warden for the rest of her life.
May I insight the warden? Because I don't know shit about this, and my experience with dragons has been largely negative.
Sure, make an insight check.
Motivations.
I will say that you do know Lithka's spoken about the difference between chromatic and gem dragons.
True. But yeah, can I try and gauge this creature's intent and vibes?
Sure, make an insight check.
Jenner? Hello?
Oh,
Yeah. There?
Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
Jenner exploded.
Oh no. Oh no. Hello?
Damn.
dear.
Alright.
Okay.
Guess we'll wait for the DM to exist again.
Oh dear. Okay, there we go. So you want
Alright,
to
shall
do?
I roll?
Yeah, go ahead and do an insight check on the warden
16.
with a 16. It's very difficult to read this Emerald Dragon's intentions here. You sense curiosity, a bit of bewilderment even, but you also sense that she's not she's not quite afraid of the dragon. She's afraid of not understanding. She doesn't quite understand what's happening, but it could very well turn into fear.
Okay. Well, I've done my thing. I'm going to allow you guys the space to also do things before I enact any plans.
Only thing I can think of to help stabilize this memory. I want to use my car in a way to probably help Vaima with like a calming wind.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say go ahead and make me an Arcana check. As you attempt to... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, like in the real world, since technically they're not there bodily, can Zerd give people bardic inspiration if they're asleep?
I'm not... No, I wouldn't quite say no.
His charisma transcends the realms of reality.
I mean, all you have to do is be able to hear me, right? You can hear people when you're sleeping.
Even still, like
Playing a common
a
melody.
29 is pretty nuts.
Well, I just meant in
That's
the
pretty
future.
Yeah. I'd say. I think
Good
he.
know
I
for
think.
later.
I think he'd have to know that they're actively like making these checks, to do this. So I think like, would he?
I mean, he understands. I'd say timing-wise, like I was thinking about this early. Timing-wise, he wouldn't know like, oh, something's going on or something there, but he could be like bardic inspiration for
like
when it.
before you go
like
to
in
sleep
general.
or something.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll
I was
say.
about to say,
We'll say like
doing
like
a calming lullaby.
yeah. If he could certainly do that while they're going to sleep.
Go to sleep, little adventurers.
All right, you two
Uh,
get one, one bardic.
So I'll say in future, we'll do the bardic inspiration when they're going to sleep during that minute.
Sure.
Okay, so 29. As you subtly shape the dream flow, you soften the breeze, giving this sort of still warmth to it. And in doing so, I'll say also with the 29, it almost sort of softens the shadows around the warden's face, letting her glow gently instead of this green blaze, as it were. The dream itself seems to solidify like resin catching a falling petal. Valdmir's eyes widen not in terror, but in wonder. She steps forward slowly, reaching out a very small hand towards the glowing claw pinning the drake. The vines in her hands bloom again, turning into these tiny leaf dancers. The dragon herself does not speak with words, but you feel the warmth in her exhale, soft as mist. Her head lowers until her emerald brow meets the forest floor. A benediction. Valdmir giggles just once and places her hand atop the dragon's scales. The dream ripples outwards with this golden calm from your efforts, Tajar, as the nightmare recedes from your collective efforts. She remembers the warden was beautiful, a guardian, not a beast of wrath, but a spirit of majesty, a dream come to life. And Valdmir remembers the only words that the warden whispered to her. Even the young, the even lost ones are watched. The dream exhales. She was never feared by the forest or feared by her people, only by those too small to see. The light softens, casting this gold throughout the branches. The massive roots hum with a warm, deep frequency like the purring of a giant sleeping beast. The spirit tree back in the grove, aglow with moonless reverence, watches in silence. She sits Cross-legged in the soil, dirt smeared across her knees, flowers woven haphazardly into her violet curls. One of her vine puppets dances in the air beside her, clumsily animated but proud, and she giggles as she reaches up. Above her, a massive green eye, slitted but soft, verdant green, gazes down through a curtain of leaves. The warden remains unseen by all but the dream. She's not lost. Vardmir was never lost. She was watched. And with that, the memory releases you. As your senses return like breath after cold water in the real world, you feel warmth at your side. The aftermarks of the dream. There we go. Here's the map. As Vellum, you awaken in bed. In the tower.
Like somebody who's just slept for 20 hours straight or something like that. There's just the small shift as he tests the water of consciousness, and then just people would probably hear him before seeing him move.
Ugh. Fuck, how long was I out?
And he sort of forces himself upright with some creaks and pops of his body adjusting to consciousness and the state it's currently in.
Where did we plop him down? Did we
Right here.
put him next to Varima, or
Let's go put him in
Yeah.
a bed,
His own
right?
bed?
Yeah, let's go put him in a bed.
So he's in the same room, essentially.
You've been out for quite a while.
Ugh, that's the weirdest.
Welcome
fucking
back to the
dream.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Well, we're not dead, so I'm guessing you lot took care of it after I conked out.
Talk to Sal and Angus down below.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna need a minute. It's like he takes his time getting up. Everything's aching and just stiff. And he makes his way carefully and slowly down the ladder and just out the door.
Liska's gonna follow him.
It still always surprises me that Liska can actually fucking fit in here. Also, the ladder isn't working. I'm trapped.
Yep, there you go. The yard is just
I'm
going
not prone
to
anymore.
take a small cloth and dry Vadima's forehead.
See where the sweat and the scrunched face of confusion and stress was. There is now a serene look to her face. A very subtle smile.
So much you have to go through. At least you have been watched, he says in Sylvan as she gets up.
I'm up. What time is it? He's now outside at this point. He just comes through the door. Whereabouts are Angus and Sal?
Likely by the campfire or something.
Good to see everyone in one piece. He makes his way over to the fire.
Yeah. Mostly one piece.
What sort of? I forget if Angus and Sao got very injured during the fight. What state are they?
Oh, no,
in?
Angus isn't great.
Oh,
Sao is untouched.
you're welcome.
Like, no shit, she is perfect health.
Angus
Yeah, his-
is about half.
Yeah, like Vellum looks at the two of them, and like, maybe he did notice Liska on the way by, but like Liska's always fine, so he has no real cause to worry about that, and he has no context of the shit she's just been through. So, like, he looks over. There's like a small smile to see that like people are okay, and then he gets to Angus is like, "Fuck you, them bugs really did a number on you, didn't they? You alright?"
Angus is gonna kind of look himself up and down. Well, you know, as he kind of like gingerly rubs the back of his hand. I've been better. What? I've been worse.
Yeah, I feel you on that one. He gives him like a little sort of like, not like a punch or a hit, but like a light tap on the pauldron as he goes by.
Oh, you. And he's going to. Let's see, how tall is Vellum again?
6'2".
6'2". Angus is 4'2", so about 2 feet shorter. He's about sternum-ish level to you. So he's
Right in
gonna
the solar
reach
plexus.
I was just about to say he's gonna punch you right in the solar plex, as he does that playful punch back, but it has a hell of a lot more wallop behind it. However,
Just winded.
as much as it knocks the wind out of you, I will say it is a little bit invigorating.
Oh, fucking hell, Angus! I just woke up.
Ah, well, we gotta get the wind back in you. Take a deep breath, lad.
Yeah, I gotta shake the cobwebs out, I guess. And the weirdest fucking dream.
Well,
Yeah, it was kind of nice, but a little stressful. There was some woods, and I remember Vladimir being there, but dreams are dreams. Right, Angus. We were finishing something up. So nudges ahead towards where they were working before.
oh, lad, are you sure you're kind of? And he gestures up and down.
Well, luckily I was done anyway, pretty much. Just gotta give it a polish.
All
He'll
right.
sort of, albeit slowly, he's gonna make his way over.
Sao just gives a look to him that follows him enough that he can feel it with crossed arms.
He can also feel the looming shadow of Liska behind it. Like, how... Okay, for sake of context, because, you know, grids. How far behind Vellum is Liska, like, shadowing him? Is she right up on his steez, or...?
Yeah, very close. He is in her shadow.
It's just like... Angus can probably see it, Liska not so much, because, you know, behind, but Angus can see Vellum just, like, almost looking back with his eyes, but not his head. A little uncertain. And, yeah, he's gonna sort of reach into the step into the threshold of the wagon, reach in, pluck something off the work table, and give it a little polish. And thankfully, Liska's being a very good wall right now.
Yeah. Just gonna gesture. You wanna ladies first?
What do you
We
mean
can
by
all
lady?
fit in there at the same time, right? As he looks between Liska and Vellum.
Oh, I just needed to grab it. I don't need to go in. He's sort of like he's got a cloth, like a fine cloth. He's going over it, and sort of like very subtly and surreptitiously, he just sort of hands it over to Angus, and in its more gem-like components, Angus would see like a sort of gentle rippling, almost like water, beneath the rather smooth finished surface of it. There's some form of prestidigitation been applied to this to give it that effect. There you go.
So it's very rippling.
Yeah, just like the jade parts are like rippling like a gentle ocean tide.
Oh.
Now I believe you've got some things to take care of, right, Angus?
I do. I do. Why I do.
I'm
You
gonna
look
go
like
over-
you have important things to take care of. As he looks up to Liska.
Yeah, apparently I do.
I was gonna say it also probably should be noted she is like sporting 2 new horns.
Oh no. Yeah, it's
yes.
gonna be addressed in a second.
Yeah, it's like two smaller horns near the further front of her forehead, like between, like
Huh.
just above her brow. There's 2 smaller, like miniature horns. It's almost like how would I describe it? Like a miniature crown of horns that she's almost developed here. They're a bit more.
Something seems different about you, lass.
They're a bit more. They're a bit more jagged and sort of offset, like they were almost like horn from her forehead.
No, you were right. Let's go. You've been acting a little funny since I woke up.
I am fine. Why do you ask? Are you okay?
Well, I've been better, but like Angus said, I've been worse. And he'll sort of like gesture to like. He'll point to himself on his head where the new horns are, and he'll just. You got Have they always been there? Them extra ones.
What do you mean?
On your head there's a couple of. Are they new
Here.
ones?
Does Vellum, doesn't he have something shiny on him?
He almost like reflexively goes to get his very polished shield that he normally has, but it's not on him.
Oh.
Uh,
You would see Dejar holding
Here.
something.
Oh, Dejar's here? We step to
Yeah,
the side.
Dejar,
yeah, we're outside and over the
Okay.
side.
Yeah.
I get.
he's by the-
Angus will take out his meat cleaver. Here, look at this as he holds the shiny polished steel up like a mirror. You've done something nice with your hair. As he angles it just right so she can see the little horns.
Liska frowns for a second at the comment of hair, and then she's going to lean in, and upon seeing the horns, there's just like a look of shock, alarm, and then just like shame on her face. And she like reaches up and like touches them, like, and you can see her, like, there's a sound of metal grinding on metal as you see her like squeeze them and jerk, like to see if perhaps there's some means of breaking or getting them off. And then she closes her eyes and sighs. It's like, yes, it seems that I do, but that is not important now.
Insight.
Sure.
How bothered is she by this? Oh, well, I clearly am still waking up, apparently.
Oh, let me. I guess I actually have to roll deception in this case.
Yeah, a rare occasion.
Rare occasion.
Nope.
Oh,
I'm also gonna just be that guy. Hey, Jenner. He's trying to be tactful, but 23 passive insight.
Yeah, it's
I think I caught those
the-
expressions on her face.
these horns.
She's been through some stuff.
These horns are clearly bothering Liska. There is something about them that she doesn't want to reveal.
I think they're quite pretty. You know, they frame your face well. They'd be wonderful to hang a little chain or ornament. I imagine you
Like
could even fit
I'll
a
say
few
this
flowers through there.
with his passive insight, the more he's drawing attention to them, the more uncomfortable and angry she's getting.
And then maybe you could. Ooh,
I
you
think
know,
we've all had a bit of a day, so let's maybe get some rest. And like I said, Angus, you've got a couple of things you need to take care of, and
Yep.
I could use
Yep.
a sit down. And
well, he'll just look back up to Liska now with that soured expression. I talked because I care. I choose the wrong words. Sorry.
Vellum gives him
And
a
he's
pat
going
on
to
the
just kind
shoulder
of
as
like
he goes.
180 pirouette and stumble away.
A pat on the shoulder as he goes. And we should be safe, Liska. You seem like you need a bit of a rest too. And then he's gonna head over to the fire.
I know that we were kind of reaching the end of the day when we first went in, and
Yep.
like it's still a long rest is yet to happen, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
Making sure.
Now go be romantic, you fucks. We need some positive vibes.
And it sucks because it's perfectly set up, but he was going to talk to Zerth.
Oh well, you know.
I mean,
you
your
do whatever
boy,
you want to, man. I'm just
your
saying.
boy's around.
He's around.
I don't know where he is. I don't know if Janner moved him out of the.
Oh,
he's still back
He's
there.
still
in
in
the
there.
fucking-
It's like,
Right.
hello, where did
Do-do-do.
everyone go?
hang on. Oh yeah, I didn't put him on the field yet.
Always forgotten.
I mean, oop, there he
He's
is.
supposed to be memorable. How dare you?
He's chilling over here by the tower, just leaning, just like twiddling. He's not like using the bow, but he's just plucking at strings, and he's kind of keeping an eye on Liska while he's doing it.
Mm-hmm. Ah, that was something. Good talking back there.
Do you mean in the cave or that awkward moment you just had?
Oh, no, I meant you. That wasn't me. I tried.
It is. He's going to kind of look at Liska, who is trying to be as surreptitious as possible, being near Vellum, just staring at the flames. And he's going to kind of lean in to Angus in like there is a thing in regards to mountain folk, how they came to be amongst the rest of their demon kin. It was the transition for them was far more traumatizing. As such, they, as I am sure you know, abhorred the idea of losing their calm, their emotions. Sometimes there are rumors in regards to mountain folk who fall sway to the anger that once held them, that it transforms them in some degree. And he makes like just a motion to his own horns. It is a mark of great shame among mountain folk. It is a visible evidence that you have succumbed.
Oh. And sort of reflexively, he like grabs his own hand again. I actually didn't know that. I thought it might have been something that happens with age. Like, you grow more, like, perhaps with dragons or some other horned creature. I thought it was a sign of... I didn't know.
Yeah, Zerth shakes his head. It's like, no, it seems, particularly with mountain folk, the magic that consumed them, that changed them, that day, still runs deep. It is a very... from what I've heard and what I saw, it takes a very large emotional outburst to happen, and I've only heard of the physical effects happening. I have yet to actually see it until tonight, I guess. She is going to have to come to terms with that.
Hey. I didn't. As he kind of glances backwards with a sigh. Well, I suppose if there's anything changing, having woes over, it's for a friend. A loved one.
Yeah. Zerth nods in agreement, and then there's like a small smile on his face. It's like, I pity the first person who tries to say something about that to her.
I do not envy the first corpse brave enough.
Mm-hmm. It's, again, it is a touchy subject. I know Liska, even the brief time that I have traveled with her, does not seem the type to be bothered easily. But perhaps be a bit more circumspect and subtle about any motions to his horns again.
Maybe it's not my place, because it's not my culture or my history. But it feels wrong to shame someone who's changed after the loss of a loved one. I don't think you would shame a soldier if they lose an arm or a leg, fighting and grieving over someone they couldn't protect. I think scars carry different ways for different people. And to act like the scar doesn't exist or to judge them for it almost feels like it's snuffing the sacrifice and the passion they made or had. At the risk of getting my ass kicked, I think I want to acknowledge them with a gift. Something simple. Little bands with meaningful words. She's not the one to hide away.
Zerth is gonna kind of like lift his hands up, like, hold on a second. Like, Angus, from what you say is very, very true in regards to most other cultures and experiences, even among demon-kind imps, satyrs. But you are... Can you imagine not one Liska, not 2, 3 or 4, but hundreds, perhaps thousands of voiders just like her, unable to hold and restrain their emotions. With mountain folk, there is always... with the rest of us, demonkind, the transformation occurred, it happened. We awoke in bodies that were not our own, forever changed. Mountain folk it never went away. The fury that they feel is always under the surface. The change is always waiting for a moment, a weakness. To lose yourself, I am, to be quite honest, surprised that we were not attacked. The fact that she had the wherewithal to go away from us, to get further away from those that she considered allies, is a remark on her own capabilities and will. I say this as a friend and as a demon. The way of mountain folk is a necessity. It is a burden that they must live with, because to not means death for those around them and themselves. Do you understand what I mean?
I do. Well, I understand your words, but if things are that grave, I don't think I'll ever truly understand. And for that, I'm grateful. A heavy burden indeed. All right, then. I'll think of something.
Dirk nods and then gives like a smile and puts his hand on Apaldrin. You are a very good friend, Angus. I did not mean to belittle or try to dissuade you from the gesture itself.
No,
Just
no.
perhaps angling it away from a certain direction. A suggestion.
Aye. Well, that's a bit of wisdom I wish I had known before I opened this wide, sweet tooth of a mouth. But, well, I hate to ask of you, but I was hoping to have another piece of wisdom from you.
What's
Can I talk to you inside?
yes, lead the way.
As he opens the door and throws a crackling log into the forge. Well, I'm in a predicament, lad. And I'm not sure what to do. I've never been in this spot before.
You make it sound as if
Say this.
it is okay. We are alone. It is me, Angus. It is ours. You know that you can talk to me about anything.
It's this. As he holds out, he rummages through one of the shelves and grabs his bag of holding, and he lays out a series of notes and letters and gifts. in not his own handwriting, and then lays out drafts of other notes and letters in his own, including sketches, designs for things, some refined, marked has done, others new, and these... I have been receiving these gifts and letters, and I find myself in a difficult place. While no means as heavy as the custom of the mountain folks, these are customs of dwarves. Helga.
There's a moment of, as Zerth's kind of scanning over the letters, where his eyes kind of go wide as he realizes what these are. Oh. Oh, Angus. I'm guessing that you have not said anything?
No.
Oh. And he motions to the letters on the table. Are these serious? Are these being entertained?
And he lays out the most recent letter, titled with what would be the equivalent of the Dwarven Roman numeral of 3. That is a draft being written by him. And they have been since before any flirtations began. Things developed in ways I did not foresee. I mean, I'm a peasant. I normally shouldn't even be a thought.
A peasant who would be king.
But I don't want to be a king, just... Well, I mean... That's not what I mean, you know what I mean? It's... Not aiming for that by any means. It's just difficult when you feel... something matches.
Is this... Do you feel that you match with these? And he taps on the letters again with her.
I do.
Well, my friend. And Zerth just kind of sits down on the anvil, just kind of like crossing his legs. You are in a predicament. If only because one of these individuals has access to gunpowder.
Well, the other one's up in the temple in progress, so both do.
But Sal's gunpowder is a lot closer. But
Yeah.
as you have feelings for Sal, Jess,
Well, yes.
and you have feelings for well, character checks or player checks. Tora, Jess,
Yes.
do you think it will be fair to either of them if they weren't aware of the situation you are currently in?
And that's where he's like tilting his head back and forth. It's not uncommon. Well, actually, it's rather common for dwarves during certain periods before any official courting to have. What's the word? Fling?
Alliances? Oh, yes. Fling also works. I was thinking something a bit more eloquent, dalliances, but
I
there's-
don't know that word.
I just taught you. But of course, it is the same with most cultures. I myself partake in quite a few. But the thing is, Angus, if for me, it was ever get to a point where something more were to happen, I would have to tell anyone who I was in the midst of flinging that it can be no more. Sao deserves the honest truth. If it is up to you if you wish to tell her why. But once a decision is made, and it seems like, despite your hesitation, a decision has been made, she deserves to know. It is more cruel to let her continue and learn of your withdrawal through other means than for you just to cut it off quick.
But there is a problem with that. It's a decision not so easily made, not so fully made. Have you ever perhaps gazed upon something and saw its merits, its worth, then perhaps saw a different instrument? One is a flute and one is a drum, and both make beautiful music, and both are something that you're drawn to, but for different reasons. And that it's hard to pick one over the other, as if you no longer care. You still love the sounds and the music of both. You don't want either not to be part of your life. And there's no clear-cut way to say yay or nay to just one. That there is no separation from either, but just something is introduced more.
Well, you can always try that, but to continue your own metaphor, yes, I have seen multiple instruments that I fell in love with, but you can only play one instrument at a time, Angus. Unless you're one of those hacks that straps them onto his body. Oh god, I hate those people.
Well, I mean... Oh, wait, you mean the musicians?
Yes,
Alright,
they have like the drum on the front, they have like the cymbals on their shoulders, and they like a harmonic. They're fools, but that is besides the point.
Well,
If
maybe it's not.
you-
Maybe trying to do too much makes a fool out of you.
But in this case, Angus, right now, you are perhaps the most driven individual I have ever known. You have a clear-cut goal in front of you. You have a path that lies before you that you are sure and dedicated to take until you reach your goal. Right now, it seems that for perhaps the first time, you are hesitating to walk down that path. I appreciate Sao. She is a good friend. I have not traveled with her as much as the rest of you, but I can understand why you would feel the way you do about her. But it is that respect that you have to take into account. You need to tell her the truth. This isn't something that you can keep putting off to try to soften the blow. Every day you continue on makes it harder and harder. Every time. Trust me. This is not something that you can end without pay. If she feels the way you do about her, if she feels for you the way you feel about her, there is no way to avoid it. But the quicker it happens, the quicker she can start to heal.
And he kind of looks down, and there's like this... Yeah, something you really probably haven't seen very much, except maybe just then with Vellum. This profound sort of like look of sadness on his face. His brow furrows, not in anger, but as the centers come up, and it's one of just almost like remorse or grief. And he kind of reaches to the side and he pulls out something gently wrapped in a soft little cloth. And he opens it up, and it's this jade comb with matching gold hairpins. It's not that I don't feel or I don't care. It's not that I even want to say goodbye, but... What do you do when you care for someone so deeply for who they are, but because of who you are, who I am? It means the end of my family. For all the love I hold for her and my ancestors, it would mean I never be an ancestor myself. And I choose to tell them, we end here. I've been seeing their stories, reliving their visions, their memories, for all their sacrifice to come culminate all the branches of that tree down to me. And then I cut it. Just because I love someone that will never let that tree grow. I love both a lot, but I don't know how to move forward between what I want myself and what I give up of myself. For a child one day I hope to have. And he looks back down to the comb, but never could.
Zerth kind of gets up from the anvil and walks over. He's gonna kneel down, so he's kind of eye to eye with Angus. It's like, from the way, from how it sounded, from what you just said, Angus, it sounds like it's not a matter of matter of want or need or duty or regret. It sounds like you want two things equally. You want to be with Sal, but you also want to be a father, a leader. You want to bring your clan back to life. I once heard that there's a saying. A life worth living cannot be without regret. Because regret means that you have always made choices. You always chose a path. If you live a life with no regrets, that means you've lived a life without choices, without decisions. There will always be something you regret, Angus. Always. The choice is, what can you live with? Can you live with...
That strikes a chord.
Can you live with Sal? It is happy. I have seen you two together. You complement each other in ways that brings a song to my heart. But it sounds like you also have feelings for Toro as well. And while I do not think that she can fulfill the same niche as Sal, give you the same resonance, I think she will give you a happier life. A more fulfilling one.
He kind of gently thumbs over the comb in his palms. I'm afraid you're probably right. I'm afraid I know that you're right. Sometimes the gods are kind of cruel. But even if the paths have to cross, I'm grateful for the time together. I don't want to say goodbye, or that I don't have feelings anymore. But I cannot make that choice for someone else. I should at least tell her my woes. My worries. Let her decide what feels right from there.
That is a dangerous choice, Angus. That is abdicating your own responsibility.
I was just wanting not to take it away from someone who already hadn't had one. And all of this, as he gestures to the letters, I was just trying to give some sense of control of their life back. I hadn't thought of it that way. Right.
Well, I will say, given the happenings of tonight, you might not wish to do this tonight. I know I said that it's best to happen quickly, but given Velo's death and how it seems to have affected everybody, I don't know, you are a bit more insightful than me. How do you feel that everybody is in a good space for this? Not that you can be to get broken up with, but you can be somewhat more emotionally stable.
don't know if I can delay it, lad. And he reaches under the breastplate of his armor and he holds out this jade beard ornament, something of almost like a bead or a type of cylinder that you pull your beard through. She gave me this today.
Oh yes, it is Lover's Feast. Ooh, this is...
He kind of turns and looks his head up. I don't know if she knows it or not. She might, because she's smart, but... This is a marriage proposal.
Oh. I did not think of that, given that she is an orc. And you're a dwarf. But yes, that is true, is it not? Oh. Ah.
Do you see the weight? And he gestures back out to the comb. I wanted to give something sentimental. I still care, but I don't know if my heart is ready. Or if that's the path I have to tie myself to. If I don't answer, I'm in the wrong, but if I do answer, then I'm not right. It feels like I have to pick one cliff to jump off of.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I will happily jump off it with you.
My friend, you're quite handsome, but I'm not
Thank you, I
so
know.
sure it would, as he kind of like points to himself and points to you. I don't know how compatible.
He rolls his eyes like, Angus, I was merely saying that I would accompany you on
I
these
know.
struggles.
I know. Sorry, just trying to break with some humor. You're a good man. You're a great friend.
And speak for yourself. I am quite compatible with dwarves. Just saying.
I'll remember that.
But regardless, I will be by your side, ready to, cancel any magic, dispel anything she wishes to cast on you.
I think letting her get at least one in would be fair.
True.
I think rather than simply saying, that's that, she should at least know my feelings and my worries. And that maybe this will have to... No, maybe. This will have to end eventually. I'm not the jar, I can't scry, but I can see down the line, whether it's months or years, our paths will split. For now, I want to enjoy having someone to walk down that path with. And when it comes time to say goodbye, have it be a pleasant one.
And it is your
Right.
path to take. I wish you the best of luck. Are you doing it tonight? Have you decided that you're going to do it tonight?
I don't know. I kind of need to give something back on the same day.
I mean, if you don't, that is also kind of a clue. Like giving back the marriage proposal.
Oh.
Kind of. And giving also the comb as a, thank you for playing, parting gift. Maybe not actually use those words. And also just make sure you specifically don't say, it's not you, it's me. Women hate that.
But what if that's true, though?
They still hate it.
Ah,
Say it more eloquently. My life, the path that I have walked with you has been some of the greatest in my life. But the path the place it is leading me is a place different than your own path. If you will continue to walk with me for as long as it can, I would appreciate it. But I cannot travel with you beyond that point. The divergence in our roads.
I wish I knew when that point was.
It might very well be tonight. It might be once you get to Tectajos.
You're right. You're right. Okay. I'll go talk to her. And I'll say that in my own words.
There's
And
just gonna nod.
regardless,
Oh, sorry.
I'm just gonna. Regardless, I still want to give her the gift.
Of course, you are a good man. It is within your nature.
Well, thank you, my friend.
Sirth nods and once again pats him on the shoulders like, you got this, you can do this. And his last bardic inspiration of the night.
All right. Okay. So, what's the plan?
Well, he's gonna find Sao Yun. Ducky, are you here?
I am here, and I am. This
Sweating.
is delicious.
Oh,
here's a
strapping
question,
everyone.
real quick.
Rough.
Real quick question for you. Do you want to like actually go through things word for word as characters? Do you want like a little summary thing? What are you? Because this is kind of a sudden big RP thing. What are you like attuned for at the moment?
Honey, I am down to get dirty.
Well, okay then.
That's unrelated. But
I am full on ready for like a full character
For
thing.
He's ready for the drama.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
in for the pathos.
All right. Okay. Strap in, people.
Okay. Before we go to immediately to my own scene, does anyone else have anything important they need to do? Anything they want to achieve? Because I don't want to completely dominate.
I think.
I got
the
my
roleplay
popcorn
scenes.
here. I'm ready to watch some fucking.
I think what
Drama.
might be best, what might be best before we immediately go into another Angus scene. I know Dajal wants to have a scene with this guy.
Yeah, mine's is later on, deep in the night, when everyone's asleep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. I guess we'll go back to Angus's scene then.
Yeah, I got nothing.
All right. Limelight is on you two.
Angus would likely find Sao somewhere by the campfire as she's sort of just standing, taken in the fact that, you know, Vellum is actually alive and back, but also just there's a hint of worry in her face about Liska.
Is the clanking of his armor, long foretelling his approach before his greeting. Troubled look there.
Troublesome day.
Aye. Quite the night. Day for a feast, eh?
So I doubt you'd want to prepare something too grand right now.
I meant the other feast.
I know.
That was quite the gift you made.
I'd been weighing up what I wanted to make for a while.
Aye. And did this one have a... Well, actually, he kind of looks around the campfire. It's a bit of a private talk. Maybe we can go... Not, fill the ears of everyone else with this. Maybe you want to go somewhere a little more serene, like near the waterfall or the pillars.
That sounds nice.
I think so too.
Lead the way.
He'll waddle off in that direction. And he'll you know, set up a little comfortable spot there and take out his little drinking flask and a couple of glasses. So, what made you pick that gift of all things? It's beautiful. Really. Is it just because I was starting to grow the beard out again, or?
No. I have thought of making something bigger. But the more I thought about it, the more I found my ideas too big. It was not something I wanted you to look around, be more cumbersome, so I thought smaller, practical. A simple gesture. Something you could answer a question with a word. Just one.
So you're quite... So you do know what these mean?
I'm not blind. I'm not deaf. I think too much, and I am quick to pick up on things. So I do know. I'm not the best with people.
Me neither, lass. I struggle. I can be lost in myself at times. And what should be simple answers complicate me. And what's complicated feels so basic. The world is a confusing place. Sometimes I feel blind to navigate things. Sometimes there's beauty in the adventure, in the mystery of life. Finding paths to walk down and sharing that path with someone else. Recently, I've been guided down a very strange path. I've been having the strangest visions. I'm living through the visions of my family, my ancestors, how they died. Night, I go one more generation back. I approach a lone figure, looking over this lake, watching me literally forge out my own family tree. And the more I progress on this path, the more I come to realize my place. I love the path that I'm on, but how do I say this? There is a heaviness in my chest. Because as much as I love to walk a path with you, I see all the paths that were before me, that brought me to this place. And if this is the only path I stay down forever, I'd be understanding that the path, family, ends with me. You have the brightest mind I've seen. You think in ways that intrigue me and help me to grow. But at the same time, while we may walk that path together, we would always be alone. I could never be a father. He would end my clan. And it hurts so deeply because you're the kind of person that could even be worth doing. As he kind of looks up to the sky with his eyes watering. I don't know how long our paths can stay crossed. The world will pull you across the seas to reclaim what your family took from you. And mine will pull me to the spires to reclaim what was taken from my people. I don't know when our paths will diverge, but walking that same path with you for now is beautiful. It's so much better than being alone. I know one day we will have to part. Perhaps you will wish to part with me tonight, knowing that path can't always last. And you would have every right. Maybe we can walk it a bit longer, till we find when it diverges on our own. I would like to walk that path with you a bit longer. As he's going to unfurl a delicate jade comb, polished in such a way that you might even be able to catch a little bit of Vellum's handiwork in it. That the jade sparkles like a river or an ocean. With it a matching pair of golden hairpins. Just because one day they may part ways doesn't mean this isn't a precious moment. Even if I can't answer with one word for all of time, doesn't mean does mean that I'll always care deeply. I'll always love you. I just can't. As he kind of looks down and he clutches his family's symbol over his chest. I have to put aside what I want for all they put aside for me. But I want to know, what do you want? As he holds out the comb. Do you want to walk this path together for just a bit more?
Klaus' hand reaches over and she doesn't take the comb right away, but it rests there on top of it, on top of his hand. Just... I had a feeling all of this was coming. You're a mountain, a strong foundation that builds and builds and builds. You are for all your fancy, you are as stubborn as rock, as beautiful as marble, and as precious as all the gems that are within. What I want is fleeting like the wind. Every new idea, every little curious thought spawns something new, takes me on a different course.
I hope that as the detailed, free-spirited feather that you are, you can find wind from my mountain, and wherever you end up flowing, in thought, body and mind and in soul, can flow there with peace, support. If you had been born a dwarf, or hells, if I had even been an orc, I don't think anything could have ever pulled us apart. The gods feel cruel today.
Yeah. Sometimes life finds a way, and sometimes everything is just that one detail different. At that, she takes the comb into both her hands and looks at it. And Angus will notice that she hasn't lifted her eyes off the ground once since she sat down.
He's looked up to the sky the whole time, and she's been staring at the ground.
Mm-hmm. I'll treasure every moment I spend with you. Every single moment. From here till... And there's that little crack in her voice. Till we part ways.
Since I got off that hasn't been a moment that passed by But when I looked at you, rather than the depths of your hair or the shine of your eyes, it was the brilliance of who you were that captivated me. You are perhaps the most precious person this world has seen. I just wish I had been better.
Wish you were no different. You as you are, how you've grown since I've met you all the way back then. You've refined something about yourself. Being better is one thing. All I really want is you to be true to yourself.
He's kind of lost for words, struggling in the silence of the moment. The truth is, I don't want our paths to cross. But if they must, well, you are the greatest treasure of each moment. Let's make them worthwhile.
Sounds like a good plan.
So he kind of takes a moment and he looks up a bit. Would you look at that? Both the moons are the same.
No. And she's staring less so on the ground and into the waters ahead, watching the reflection.
The brilliant reflections of the mother and the matron, both reflected in the water, and you can see the brilliant shining light from the sky. The larger mother, the smaller matron on the other side of the night sky. This dim sort of reddish glow. And both of them are in waxing gibbous phases. Two twins in the night sky.
Can I tell you a secret?
Can I listen to it? Of course you can.
I didn't hear everything you and Surf talked about. But I heard some parts of it.
Hey. I have to admit, I'm not good when it comes to these things. I've never had someone walk down a path with me before. I've never known this depth of caring and sadness. I didn't know how to say things in the best way that you truly deserve. I'm sorry I've hurt you.
You have. You've given me the mercy of being honest. And that takes a strong heart.
He doesn't feel too strong right now.
I just have one question.
Hi. Go on.
How long have you two been corresponding?
Normal conversations had just been happening since a bit before we left Druvenholm, around the time of the war. As things back home progressed, and so did the depth of conversations, the more interest was pointed at me. The more difficult the situation became.
Is her writing good?
He kind of looks back down to that river. It's a different song, I'll say. If I can be honest, I prefer yours.
Tradition and family. Those are the two things we have very much in common, but for different reasons.
Is yours a happy one? Perhaps not the family, but the view of it.
I don't know yet. It's a journey unknown. Who knows?
I hope it can be happy. You deserve that. If nothing else, at least peace from the unhappy parts of it. I know there's quite a few people back home with your family that deserve quite the wallop. As he kind of does like a punching motion through the air.
Maybe with slightly higher aim as she raises her own hand in like a height motion. And then a sort of quirked smile.
No, I think I was quite low enough. As he then has another sort of quirked smile back. Sometimes you just need a proper kick in the nards to realize you've been a right twat. And, well, for sending those folks after you, I think more than one kick might be in order.
Perhaps, perhaps.
I understand. I understand if you hate me. Or if you even want to hit me. I won't hold it against you. You can give me a good one. Give it your all.
Nao's arm raises slightly. And it slowly approaches him, except all she does is gently grab the side of the head of him that is away from her, pulls him slightly in closer, and places a gentle kiss.
That wasn't the hit I was expecting, but I'll take it.
People often pull the quote out, the saying that love and hate are two strong emotions, opposing forces, but they come from the same place. Caring. I care deeply about you. Enough to know that hating you would be pointless, and perhaps too much to know that keeping you would be harmful. But whether I'm right or wrong is something I'll find out.
Well, if you ever change your mind and you do end up hating me and want to give a wallop, you... I don't know what to say. Not good
That's
with my
okay.
words right now.
Sometimes You just have to sit a moment. Don't say a thing, just let the moment be what it is.
And he's gonna look down to the lake. He'll just sort of sit in that moment.
Thou does the same. Lightly brushing over the comb with a thumb and looking at it, appreciating it.
With that, he'll be quiet for the rest. Is there anything else you want to do for the scene, or good there?
Nope. I am.
Okay.
This is perfect.
We'll leave it there for this session. Whether you're staring off into the lake, maybe taking your own watches here and there, but we'll continue on scenes, the rest of the scenes for this night, on the next session. And then, potentially, Tectahos awaits. I'll stop recording in 3, 2, 1.